treat us like strange fruit. Blood on the leaves, blood at the root. Black bodies swinging in 2016. Blood at the root, blood on the leaves. They treat us like strange fruit. Blood on the leaves, blood at the root. Black bodies swinging in 2016. What has changed in 2016? They still have us hanging from branches like strange fruit on the poplar tree. Strange fruit hanging from the poplar tree.
With a clenched fist in the air, we shout, Black Lives Matter. But it's a shame that we gotta state the obvious. That's like saying that God is good. I mean, I doubt that God or black lives have the value any since their genesis. I mean, I know we all know how beautiful black lives are. I mean, I know we all know how beautiful black lives are, but I guess I get it. I guess we gotta keep reminding the mindless to be mindful. We're dealing with such precious masterpieces designed divinely by the hands of God. I mean, why those boys in blue and white keep treating those boys in the black skin like they ain't deserving of breathing? Killing black bodies off like they in hunting season. Mike Brown barely stepped his foot into adulthood before they left him drowning in the pool of his own blood, bleeding. Couldn't even give that boy mama a real reason. Death with no apology, no punishment, no remorse, no regret, but let these deaths be reminders of how far we haven't come. America, what's up? And we fought enough to prove our love. What we gotta do now?
Another mother without her son. Another child without his father. Another morning not set to rise again for a 37 and 31-year-old man. But wait. This ain't no different than what I leave off for. Expect us to suit up and fight a war against the terrorists when the terror is at home. How do we condone what these states stands for when the officer that's supposed to protect and serve decides to murder our fathers and sons? Instead of building a positive image in our community by bridging this color gap. But instead they decide to clock their Glocks and shoot a black man in his back. Y'all ain't KKK no more. You know with the white sheets. Y'all know better. Instead you the new age KKK. Creatively killing colors. Last night 5 officers were killed. Rest in peace. Regardless of the situation, violence is never the key.
I saw the struggle today. And it was TV promoting white supremacy and black inferiority. The struggle was drugs delivered to ghetto doorsteps determined to sell minorities' dreams. I saw the struggle today and it just so happened to be the whole damn community. My brothers and sisters walking around asleep with no hopes of being free. But I'm that nigga not afraid to speak. Master, I might be picking cotton for you today, but one day you'll surely be picking cotton for me. My people are asleep. Why are so many black teens in prison? Easy targets. Cradle to the prison pipeline. They predict how many prison facilities they'll need based on the reading scores of your babies. Now, isn't it mind-boggling that the prison system is on the stock market? A multi-billion-dollar industry is on the stock market because it is somehow guaranteed the entry and re-entry of inmates. And what's easier than snatching black boys off the streets, putting them on these prison plantations where they're forced to work long hours with little to no fee? But businesses thrive off this prison system of cheap labor. But our men need savior, victim to a system of racist behaviors, and it's sick how these low lives call their immoral actions doing us a favor. That's all the struggle today.
Question. Since when does a father and mother's melanin skin equate to a sentence of suicide for our sons and daughters? You see, they come at us even when we try to do right, so tell me, why do we even bother? They put us in jail cells for, well, hell, anything. So why do we bother? They put us in these, booked us for sentences. Well, I guess they're just trying to become our authors. And they go even further by killing our fathers just because they inherited the same mentality as their father's father. Well, growing up on a farm, you see pigs getting slaughtered, but growing up in the hood, you see pigs slaughter blacks because we believe in our culture. See, we don't understand whether we're being murdered or martyred. See, the system is meant to blind you, so it limits your view, and they monitor all the information that they're giving to you, so it makes it easy for these crooked Caucasian cops to kill coloreds. It doesn't matter what color, as long as the skin is melanin, that pigment will do. And he can shoot you 5 times, but don't be surprised when he acts surprised, because that's what that pig meant to do. See, my brothers are dying every day. It seems like I've been cried, and they tell me to fight back these tears. Well, I've been tried, and we trying to stop drinking the pain away and put that genocide, but it feel like we living in the 21st century genocide. See, you understand? If you don't think racism is still going on, well then perhaps you are willing to kill blacks too. And you probably think I wore these gloves for no reason. No, we need to cover the issue that's at hand and make sure we check the whites that you keep giving these straps to. We're just living.
How could you think your life didn't matter without forgetting that all lives do? Or maybe subliminally, that's why we create these positive organizations and then sell out our community. I mean, we sell out to white supremacy because being born in America and being born black becomes a lose-lose situation. If you are pro-black, it's perceived that you must hate everybody else. And if you're not really into the revolutionary movement, it's perceived that you must hate yourself. We are walking contradictions. Everything about us is bringing division. We spend our dollars in every culture but our own. How long can we survive like this?
They treat us like strange fruit hanging from the poplar tree. They kill us. When are we gonna fight back? Strange fruit.
My mother told me not to press play. She told me there's nothing you can get out of. There's no good you can feel from watching the police kill another black male, okay? So I said okay, and I went on my way. But as the hashtag spread, I got more and more mad. I got more and more sad that he was dead. It put everything into perspective as I was lying there in my bed. It put everything into perspective as I was imagining it being my brother, my father, my uncle dead. It put everything into perspective as I watched how he bled. Hashtag Black Lives Matter I read as everyone commented on the video and said, but we're not moving anywhere. How are we being led? This movement isn't moving. This world isn't changing. Racism still isn't fading. People are just waiting. People are just shaking. We are so afraid, and it's kind of degrading. I'm just a teenager contemplating why people are the way they are and why people take it so far.
Mother's tired from having to bury her child. Father's fed up from a system that keeps him on trial. I don't want to wait for the afterlife or hold out for a favor. So many times I hear it say it's gonna get greater later, but it's past time for change. It's past time for change. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's past time for change. It's past time for change.
I have listened to President Obama speak on countering violent extremism in America. I have read his words of condolence. I have watched the fortitude, recognition, and extremism in America. I have watched CNN anchors acknowledge victims of the Boston bombing, the post-Florida nightclub shooting. I have heard you tell their stories, read their names with such trembling emotion, such heartfelt pause. Although sympathetic, I felt a bit of indignance rise up in me, a bit of anger. Where were your tears when the names of the African Americans who'd fallen at the hands of police day after day, night after night rolled across your teleprompter? I did not hear you Your voice trembled as you recounted the hunting of African American boys by a deranged neighborhood watchman. Did you declare that the photos and the names of the murderous police officers be read and shown? Where is your tenor, Mr. President, while the blood on these streets of our nation are spilled at the hands of those sworn to protect us? Where is your executive order detailing the egregious abuse and misuse of police authority? When will you don the podium acknowledging the intentional assault on African American life? Where is our legislation, Mr. President? For years now, we have watched our sons, daughters, husbands, fathers, mothers, sisters, and friends become hashtags. For years now, we have watched mothers wailing in the streets. For years now, we have waited with bated breath for Lady Justice to do her due diligence. Our lives matter. Black lives matter.
Black lives are consistently being taken, waiting for justice. I can no longer be patient. See, why do we have to be the most hated? Cop kill black man to go back to work on paid suspension, test to ease detention. See, they supposed to be here to protect us. I guess they forgot their part of their mission. See, it's crazy because they used to kill us with nooses, now they're killing us with guns. See, and statistics shows that black males don't usually make it past the age of 25, but what statistics don't show is that policemen themselves have took over 105 lives with their Glock 40s and 9s. See, young black boys, don't pick up Skittles, don't reach for your ID, and don't bother asking somebody if they'd like to buy a CD. Remember, Black Lives Matter, and I don't care what no one says. Our biggest enemy is the police.
Black men are tired, Mr. Officer. Black men have died, Mr. Officer. Your hands are stained with the blood of death. We all tired, Mr. Officer. See, I'm tired of seeing police chiefs reading out lines and with no apologies, only to explain how his officers getting paid with leave, all while in the streets a dead black man bleeds. I'm tired of hearing about strict police policies and how these police internal affairs have inequality. I'm tired of crooked ass cops getting off on the murder. In the court of law, we already know the verdict. I'm tired. I can't talk about ISIS to me no more. The police is killing niggas all in the streets. So, last night in Dallas, Texas, 5 police officers came up dead. I'm getting tired. Mr. Officer, I have said.
Sad to say, we only get recognized at graduation and funerals. And mothers have to write on their son's burial plot, another victim taken down by one or more shot by a trigger-happy cop. Seem like these triggers are destined for niggas whether we pull them or not. News stories ain't covering the right shit. Like, yeah, he got shot, but he got charges for this. This man was probably selling CDs to make a living for his kids. But I guess that didn't matter. 6 shots ago, he was a father, a friend, a son. We're running out of t-shirts, flowers, and hearses. PSA, not everybody's the same. But we know every officer's name and they on video pulling the trigger, but we don't know who to blame.
I don't know what to say. I still have hope. After all, I don't watch my brothers and sisters and neighbors bleed and plead for justice. What is this? Home of the brave, land of the free, unless you wear a hoodie or your pants too close to your knees. I can look too old for my age. I don't fear the police like you do. I don't dread the night my son never comes home or fear walking the streets alone. Because of the ones who should make you feel safe. Tears don't put me to sleep, but I hear your cries, and I know they're alive. Protests and burn flags in a sea of desperate attempt to be heard, but it doesn't work. Silence, and not the good kind. It's not a moment of silence, it's a moment of guilty conscience. Once enslaved in chains, now enslaved to your race. Something that's made up has led to a man murdered and a child murdered, a son, a father, just trying to get farther than where we put them in the first place. Kids don't have parks and you wonder why the gangs start. Schools aren't funded and kids don't eat. They say an entire culture can't be trusted and it's you to blame. Not us who put you there. Not the one who shot your son dead. I can breathe, but I don't want to. Not until I know that we all can. I know you're holding your breath, so I'll hold mine until we find a way to fix these toxic times.
I got something to say. Why is it okay for a white person to make a joke about my culture, but anything is said towards a white person is so harsh? I want to know why African American history is basically neglected, but American history is although so important. Because I need these answers, and I want to know why. Everything I learned is a lie. Again, I'm searching. Why can't we ever get my black ancestors the credit they deserve? I'm trying to get y'all to understand how this is unacceptable. Feeling entitled things that can brand new. To say the KKK can be allowed, but the Black Panther isn't. They're very different. Clearly, the KKK is hate. Search for these answers, people. I just want to know why it's okay and justified for African American lives to be taken. Is it really justified? I want to know why we continually talk down on our men. We are more than statistics. Why is it okay to demean African American for their futures, but then it becomes a trend? Answer me that. Why is it justified to tell my young sister for her to be beautiful, she has to be mixed with something? Because that's the only reason she can ever be beautiful. Why is it okay to make jokes on our culture, but then come back and try to mimic it? Why is it okay to promise our roots, and why not give us a credit? Need those answers. Can you answer me yet? I don't think you can. You're probably upset, thinking another mad black woman. No, it's just time for a change. It's time for you to realize people will be and can be successful. We need more than a month. We deserve more than a month, but that's fine. We shine far more than a month. Stop feeding us these twisted lies like our ancestors were in prize. Can you answer me this? Why you brainwash my people to believing it's something wrong for them to be proud and black? It was cute to try to make pro-black to seem anti-white. You must want sympathy, but it's a little too late because this pro-black woman is going to be heard and it's time to listen. You may not have the answer to my question, but that's just fine. Just know this isn't acceptable and I will be proud and black. I'll be more than statistic and I will make it.
They treat us like strange food. Blood on the leaves, blood at the roots, black bodies swinging in 2016. Black bodies swinging in 2016. Blood on the roots, blood on the leaves.